This is the betrayal no one saw coming, but now it's all anyone in the industry is talking about. According to multiple sources, members of Beyoncé's inner circle, trusted assistants, advisors, and even longtime collaborators are reportedly beginning to cooperate with federal investigators. Not to protect her, but to protect Diddy. The shift is sending shockwaves through Hollywood, raising urgent questions about loyalty, survival, and what secrets may soon come to light. Why now? Reports suggest that the once ironclad NDAs are starting to lose their grip under the combined weight of federal pressure, ongoing civil lawsuits, and relentless media scrutiny. Insiders are flipping, some out of fear of being caught up in the fallout, others simply trying to save themselves. And at the center of this potential unraveling, Julius, Beyoncé's famously silent and fiercely loyal bodyguard, whose role is now drawing more attention than ever before.
Now, Jaguar Wright is a well-known whistleblower. She has predicted many of the crimes Diddy is charged with today. Now, as of recent, she had an interview with Piers Morgan, and she did say that Jay-Z and Beyonce were implicated with Diddy. Now, let me know your opinion on the things she's sharing about Jay-Z and Beyonce.
A federal judge has ruled the woman alleging she was raped by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs can remain anonymous. The woman says both men raped her at a party when she was 13 years old. Jay-Z's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name, but the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
In a scandal that has sent shockwaves through Hollywood, Beyoncé, pop royalty and a cultural icon, finds herself at the heart of allegations so disturbing they've left fans questioning everything they thought they knew about her. From secret tapes to hidden agendas, we're peeling back the layers of a dark, twisted world behind the music, one filled with betrayal, coercion, and silent suffering. And it all begins with a tape.
I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well.
She's referring to Jay-Z, Sean Carter.
They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will, putting people on planes while they're unconscious. Just like Aaliyah got on that plane, unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about.
So essentially what she's trying to say is that Jay-Z and Beyonce are doing or have done similar things that Diddy is being accused of. What do you guys think about this? You think it's true? You think she's full of it? Let me know down below.
There's just been a shocking revelation from federal authorities regarding a highly private and scandalous video involving none other than Jay-Z and Beyonce, reportedly taken during a wild party hosted by Diddy. Apparently during a Homeland Security raid on Diddy's properties, some rather intriguing discoveries were made, including compromising footage featuring numerous beloved celebrities caught in scandalous situations. Speculation is rife that Diddy intentionally leaked this footage to authorities as a form of revenge against the Carters, allegedly due to their perceived lack of support during his legal battles. It seems he's on a mission to embarrass them at any cost. Adding fuel to the fire, an unsettling audio clip allegedly featuring Meek Mill and Diddy has surfaced, courtesy of Diddy's former bodyguard.
The explosive sex tape that ignited the controversy began when Homeland Security executed a high-profile raid on Diddy's properties. However, what they uncovered was far more than anyone could have imagined. A secret archive of compromising tapes allegedly featuring celebrities in unthinkable acts. One of those tapes, according to multiple insider leaks, purportedly showed Jay-Z and Beyonce at one of Diddy's notorious parties. But they weren't just attendees. They were reportedly participants in scenes that, if proven true, could obliterate their carefully crafted legacies. The most shocking twist? Sources suggest that Diddy himself leaked the footage, a calculated act of revenge. After years of business partnerships and private gatherings, Diddy allegedly felt abandoned by Jay-Z as his own legal troubles mounted, and the world seemingly turned its back on him. In a bid to drag others down with him, Diddy is believed to have orchestrated the release of these tapes. Once rumors of the footage began to spread, blogs exploded, headlines flooded the media, YouTubers speculated, and social media became a war zone of conspiracy theories and alleged truths. But the real storm was only beginning. As the footage gained traction, the attention quickly shifted from Diddy to the Carters themselves. Were Jay-Z and Beyoncé victims of blackmail, or were they deeper entrenched in the darkness? Jaguar Wright, a former music industry insider known for her no-holds-barred revelations, stepped forward with bombshell claims. She alleged that Beyoncé and Jay-Z weren't just present at these parties. They were active participants in what she described as disturbing and nasty rituals.
This just in, Diddy allegedly has evidence of Jay-Z unaliving his mistress, Kathy White. And the reason Diddy isn't in jail yet is because he's cooperating with authorities to take Jay down with him. Kathy White was Jay-Z's side piece. Kathy was an up-and-coming industry publicist, fitness, and beauty expert when she mysteriously died at 28. Jay-Z was seeing her on the down low and got her pregnant. So according to a journalist, Kathy was going to tell the tabloids everything for the right price, but Jay found out and got her murked. Diddy is allegedly set to release the details of how Jay-Z unalived his mistress. Jaguar Wright hints that both the Carters might be responsible, but one of them is more responsible than the other, and she wonders if it's possible Beyonce's temper is a little worse than most people think, and Jay had to clean it all up.
A federal judge has ruled the woman alleging she was raped by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs can remain anonymous. The woman says both men raped her at a party when she was 13 years old. Jay-Z's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name, but the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carters' lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul with decades of hits to his name, with songs like Run This Town.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance.
His attorneys have denied everything about Jane Doe's account and pointed to some alleged inconsistencies in her story.
It's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true. It's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened.
The judge writing that while Jane Doe can remain anonymous for now, she may be required to reveal her identity at a later date to allow Jay-Z's lawyers to collect facts necessary to prepare for trial.
Oftentimes, when someone is accused of a crime like this, the accuser doesn't want to be named. And if they are forced to be named, we have seen certain people decide to drop the lawsuit altogether.
Morgan Norwood, thank you. And Tony Busby, the lawyer representing Jay-Z and Diddy's accuser, says in a statement to ABC News, quote, "I will say that the coordinated and desperate efforts to attack me as counsel for alleged victims are falling flat. We won't be bullied or intimidated." And we did reach out to Jay-Z and his team, but did not get a response.
The claims don't stop there. At least 3 women have reportedly agreed to testify against the Carters, alleging manipulation, coercion, and elaborate setups. One of them even claimed that the methods used to ensnare victims mirrored those seen in the infamous Aaliyah scandal. Victims drugged and transported against their will. These are not light accusations. And yet, despite the mounting pressure, the Carters have remained silent. The internet is now divided down the middle. Some fans fiercely defend their icons, while others believe we're finally seeing their true colors. Regardless, the silence only deepens the mystery surrounding them. Meanwhile, the fall of Diddy, from mogul to monster, has been swift and unforgiving. As the spotlight intensified on Beyoncé and Jay-Z, Diddy's empire began to crumble in real time. Once one of the most respected names in hip-hop, it is now synonymous with legal chaos. Facing a barrage of federal charges, including sex trafficking, racketeering, and orchestrating a long-running abuse network spanning decades, Diddy is now portrayed as not just a participant, but the mastermind behind a system of manipulation, targeting young, vulnerable individuals.
Diddy is losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day. And she still hasn't said anything, just pretending like life is great in Paris.
Is it her place to say so?
I mean, probably not, considering she's going to be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals. Diddy is a drug dealer, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is...
Beyonce is losing millions of followers daily and still hasn't spoken out, instead pretending everything's perfect in Paris. But is it her place to comment? Given the ongoing investigations and potential charges, anything she says could be used against her. The mounting accusations against Diddy and Jay-Z, including drug trafficking, paint a darker picture, and the evidence is growing. It's been by Beyonce's side for over a decade. Fans recognize him as the ever-present bodyguard, the silent force who was famously seen during the infamous elevator incident involving Solange and Jay-Z. He's always been visible, yet never vocal. But now, his name is surfacing in unexpected places. Whispers, reports, and possibly even subpoenas. If anyone knows what truly happened at Diddy's private gatherings, it could be the man who's been just 6 feet from Beyonce at nearly all times. What's even more startling is the theory gaining traction, that this unraveling wasn't triggered by federal agents, but by people within Diddy's own circle. According to insiders, allies may be leveraging personal relationships and long-held secrets to shield Diddy at all costs. If that's true, Beyonce may be caught in the crossfire of a loyalty war she never asked to fight. And if members of her own inner circle are turning against her, this isn't just betrayal. It could be a career-ending ambush.
What's up? What is up? YouTube, how y'all doing, man? Joe Rogan. Hey, I'm on my way back to the Philippines, man. I'm gonna do another month there. Y'all pray for me and my flight and everything. I'm nervous, man. They saying these planes dropping out the sky. I ain't even gonna call it like that. He got my back, but I'm gonna say my prayers. Okay, Lord, I'm trying to help people. Can you help me to help people? Anyway, check this out, man. We're going to promote the Music Recording Network stream, our new stream channel. It ain't new, but we are hoping that people will actually go over there and subscribe to the Music Recording Network stream. Support Uncle Mike, help a brother out. Appreciate it. You can type in on the search engine the Music Recording Network stream. Scroll down a little bit, you see the world with the yellow written stream. That's our other channel. There should be links below if you want to just do a link or something. Do the voice talk, the Music Recording Network stream, and then scroll down. Anyway, Joe Rogan, y'all, reveals how Beyonce and Diddy made the main freak off work. So it's a different freak off, then it's another freak off. Now it's the main freak off. Joe Rogan is cool, man. He's laid back. I'm trying to study him a little bit, man, and try to do a little more. I try to imitate him a little bit with my own twist on it, man. I think he's laid back and cool. And I don't know how you get these.
As Diddy's legal troubles spiral, the shockwaves are shaking up some of the music industry's most untouchable figures, especially Jay-Z and Beyonce. What started as isolated allegations against Diddy has evolved into a wide-reaching investigation, one that now touches the highest levels of celebrity power. Jay-Z was recently named in an updated civil lawsuit alleging misconduct at a private event hosted by Diddy, although the case was dismissed soon after. Despite the legal outcome, the mere association triggered massive media coverage and internet speculation. According to insiders, Beyonce was reportedly furious, not necessarily because the claims were true, but because they became public, threatening the tightly controlled image she and Jay-Z have cultivated for decades. Behind the scenes, tensions are growing, and sources suggest the couple has been quietly distancing themselves, living separate lives, managing separate teams, and operating with increasingly independent strategies. Adding another layer of mystery is Beyoncé's longtime bodyguard Julius. Fans know him as the ever-present figure beside her, the man who intervened during the infamous elevator altercation with Solange and Jay-Z. He's been a silent but constant force in her inner circle for over a decade. Now, whispers are growing that Julius may be cooperating with investigators. Reports allege he was present at several of Diddy's controversial private gatherings, the same ones now under federal scrutiny. His sudden absence from public life, no appearances, no statements, and no recent sightings has fueled rumors that he may be a key witness. Some believe that his loyalty may be shifting, and others point to a deeper, possibly emotional connection between him and Beyoncé that could complicate things further. Recent lyrics from Beyoncé's song Bodyguard have only added fuel to the speculation, with fans interpreting lines as coded references to hidden truths, protection, and secrecy. At the same time, industry insiders are warning that NDAs once considered ironclad are beginning to crack under federal pressure. People within Beyoncé's own circle, former staff, collaborators, and advisors, are reportedly cooperating with investigators, not necessarily to protect her, but to protect themselves or others involved. With the investigation expanding and digital evidence from Diddy's properties reportedly being reviewed, authorities are said to be focusing not only on who committed crimes, but also on who enabled them or chose to stay silent. If Julius knows what really happened at those events, and if Beyoncé had any knowledge or presence, she may not be immune to the fallout. At this point, the spotlight is no longer just on Diddy. It's on a potential network of influence, silence, and complicity that could extend deep into Hollywood's elite. And for the first time in years, Beyoncé and Jay-Z, once seen as the industry's most powerful and untouchable couple, are facing scrutiny not just as icons, but as individuals who might have known more than they let on.
Our agenda is an agenda to move drugs law in the United States. You need to involve DEA. They move all the dope on private jets, which don't get screened by customs, by DEA, inside the United States. Okay, they move what's called high grade powder MDMA. They move cocaine and they move liquid cocaine in the bottles too. Okay, so they put the liquid cocaine in the bottles and they move it. I've seen the liquid cocaine. I've drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks.
Latest on the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs. This one has so many people talking. The disgraced music mogul facing federal racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges. Both the prosecution and defense teams are set to discuss the next phase of action following the indictment as investigators work to determine potential co-conspirators. But how exactly did we get here? ABC's Morgan Norwood breaks it down.
Who's the boss? Dudes is lost. Don't think cause I'm iced out, I'ma cool off.
The sex trafficking case against Sean Diddy Combs moving full speed ahead. Lawyers for Combs and prosecutors set to hold a status conference to determine the next phase following the sweeping indictment alleging the music mogul leveraged his business empire, power, and prestige to abuse his alleged victims.
He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way. Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff.
As the disgraced rapper faces racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution charges, investigators now working to determine who his alleged co-conspirators were and whether they too should be charged. 54-year-old Combs pleading not guilty to charges that he led a racketeering conspiracy that abused